Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and as always, thank you so much for coming back. Today I'm going to be discussing the sign that I've been dying to talk about with you guys, and that is Scorpio. So I said this in the Gemini video, but there are certain signs that are the most highly criticized, the most highly cliched, and the reason why is because they're completely the most misunderstood signs. So Scorpios, this is full on a love letter to you. I hope this makes up for some of the mean memes that there are out there. So I had a friend who is a Scorpio, and he said that Scorpios are the Slytherins of astrology, or at least that's their reputation. And maybe that is their reputation, but that is certainly not true. These people are really nice. So my favorite thing about Scorpios is, and this is the hallmark of their character, is that they are here to hold your darkness. So there's nothing that you can say, there's nothing that you can share with them that they're not going to be able to stomach. So these people are not surprised very easily, you know, so if you tell them your deepest, darkest secrets and show them the monsters underneath your bed, they don't just say, okay, they say, I get it. You know, they say, I've done that, you know, or if I didn't do it in this lifetime, I did it in a past lifetime. So I just feel you, I understand. And there's an incredible amount of comfort in sharing your secrets with someone who doesn't just accept them, but even identifies with them. So these people, you know, the darkness factor is one of their most beautiful qualities, because we all are a combination of dark and light, and Scorpios are just very accepting and realistic about the fact that we can have darkness. The reason why they're so comfortable with this is because they're ruled by Pluto. Pluto is god of the underworld. So I had a coworker who is a Scorpio. We don't work together anymore, and he didn't believe in astrology, but I asked him, you know, do you contemplate death a lot? And he said, yeah. He was like, even when I was like 5, I would lay in bed thinking about it, like the concept of it, you know, for hours. And that is so Scorpio, because Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth. So these people, again, they're just very familiar with the realities of life, you know, the realities of death and rebirth and the kind of cyclical nature of life. And so even in just this lifetime, these people go through, you know, they plummet the depths of their psyche. You know, these people go through major lows in order to experience the highs. So it's ingrained part of their nature to experience and embrace and kind of wholeheartedly experience a darker side of life in order to really appreciate the amazing, wonderful light side of life as well. The biggest funny misconception is everyone thinks that they're a fire sign. So I think that's because of the intensity that they have. So people, I think, tend to associate intensity with fire. That's fair. But technically these guys are a water sign. And so what that means is that they do have feelings, you know, they do have insecurities, they do have needs too. You know, these people really do desire intense connection. You know, there's no such thing as a superficial relationship with a Scorpio. And because of that, they're very at risk for being hurt. And that is why they're symbolized by the Scorpion, is that they have defense mechanisms. If, you know, if they're hurt, they know how to handle it, and it's not always going to be pretty or painless. But it's really coming from, I think the misconception is they're not ruthless. They're not ruthless just to be ruthless. You know, these people have emotions, fears, insecurities, and, you know, if they trust you with their heart, that's a pretty big deal. And if they feel stung in the process, they're going to sting you back. I feel like I'm saying a lot in one, but in short, the most important takeaway from this video is that Scorpios are a water sign, and water signs are some of the most sympathetic, empathetic, and emotional signs that are out there. So Scorpio gets you, and Scorpio just wants to be understood back. If you're friends with a Scorpio, or if you're dating a Scorpio, or if your family member's a Scorpio, don't bullshit them. There's no point. These people, their BS radar is off the charts, you know. You cannot, you know, be feeling bad and go into a conversation and try and pretend like everything is okay and have a Scorpio not pick up on what you're actually trying to say. So, they desire intense emotional connection with others. And so if you love them and you want to nurture your connection, tell them your honest truth. Tell them the good and the bad about who you are. Own who you are, you know, own the darkness, and they're going to appreciate that so much. And then on top of that, they're going to be kind of crucial in allowing you to accept and love your darkness as well. So they have a very healing nature about in their ability to kind of understand all of our stuff, the good and the bad and the ugly. So this is why, you know, it makes me sad that they're a misunderstood sign, because they truly have these strengths that are totally unique and totally have a purpose to them. And so anyways, the last thing to be said about them is that they are very intense conversationalists. So they're natural born psychologists. They're not interested in superficial conversations, surface level connections. And so the first date with them might feel like the level of a fifth date with another sign, because they want to know who you are, they want to know about your childhood, they want to know about everything, because that is just the level that they operate at. You know, they're very sincere, authentic, and you know, they will share back if you do first. The interesting thing about a Scorpio is that they're very withholding, and that is kind of similar to a Cancer, where, you know, since they are such a sensitive and emotional sign, they can pick up on who is and who is not a safe place to share their truth with. So the takeaway is they're a safe place to share your truth with, and then they're going to be sussing out if you're a safe place to do that back. So Scorpios, this is truly my love letter to you. I hope this makes you feel a little bit more holistically and at least honestly represented. And this video is for if your sun sign is in Scorpio. I'll do further videos on what it means to be a Scorpio rising or to have your moon in Scorpio. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to DM me on Instagram or send me an email. And thank you guys so much. Have a good day.